Hello, first graders. We are back for our second online learning lesson, where this week we are still continuing to work on IR, ER, and UR and how those letters together make the sound. Today we are going to be reading our story of the week called Amazing Animals. And inside that story, you are going to find some IR, ER, and UR sounds. So this is going to be practicing those sounds. And it's also going to be practicing some of our vocabulary words that we are about to talk about. So let's go ahead and begin. If you haven't already, we'd like you to open up your reading book 5. And we'd like you to turn to page 42 in your reading book. And we are going to go ahead and we are going to, on page 42, we're going to look at your vocabulary words underneath the number 22. And let's practice reading those words together. Are you ready? Let's read them together. Learning, begins, until, ate, young, follow, years, and baby. One more time, let's read those words together. Ready? Learning, begins, until, ate, young, follow, years, and baby. Good job. Now I'd like you to take a look at page 42 and 43 and read over what each of those vocabulary words mean in context. Go ahead and read those over. Now that you've practiced your vocabulary words, let's go ahead and turn to page 45. And today we are going to be talking about animals. And we'd like you to focus on conclusion. And conclusion means a smart guess about something the author does not say. So an author cannot tell every single story detail. Good readers learn to use story clues and their background knowledge to make a guess about something the author does not say. This is called drawing a conclusion. So today you are going to be reading a book about animals, and we'd like you to go ahead and read Preview the Topic on page 45. Now we'd like you to go ahead and read Amazing Animals. You can do this with an adult or an older brother or sister that you have in your house. There is also a link on our assignments page where you can listen to the story through YouTube. So if you'd like to follow along while you listen or read on your own, either way is fine. While you are reading this story, we'd like you to think about a couple questions. Why does a polar bear need thick fur? What is a tusk on an elephant? And what could an elephant use his tusks for? Go ahead and read your story, Amazing Animals. Now that you have finished reading Amazing Animals, I'd like you to go back through the story and see if you notice any words in that story that had the IR, ER, and UR sound. That is the sound that we're working on this week. Once you're finished finding a few words, let's take a look at this slide and let's practice sounding out some IR, ER, and UR words together. Let's take a look at the first one. Do you remember this word from an earlier lesson? Let's sound it out once and say it together. Ready? Sh, t. What do we have? Shirt. Let's do the next one. What do we have? Her. And the last one, t, and what do we have? Turn. Great job. So this week, along with reading Amazing Animals, we are working on the IR, ER, and UR sound. Now, on our web page, we have listed an IR, ER, and UR video for you to watch under assignments. So if you'd like to stop here and watch that video, go right ahead. And then we'll do some more practice with IR, ER, and UR. On this page, we would like you to go ahead and practice reading the words listed below. Which of these words have the sound? How do you know? Now that you have worked through today's lesson and read our story of the week, we'd like you to go ahead and continue to practice your phonics sound by reading your decodable reader titled A Bath for Mert. Again, just as before, we'd like you to open up this story and we would like you to circle or highlight in this paper book the IR, ER, and UR words and practice sounding out those words before you read your story to an adult. Then, after you have sounded out these words, we'd like you to read the whole story 2 times to an adult to practice your fluency. Remember, if you're already a fluent reader, we'd still like you to work on pausing when you see periods and using expression with your voice. See if you can look ahead for things like question marks or exclamation points to add more animation to your reading. When you are finished reading A Bath for Mert, we'd like you to open up your first grade reading workbook that we made for you and complete pages 94 and pages 96. This will again give you practice with your vocabulary words for this week and the IR, ER, and UR spelling words for this week. Have a great rest of your day. We miss you guys so much.